First, I'm joined by Sue Atkins, a parenting expert and host of the podcast Navigating the Digital Jungle. Morning to you, Sue. Nice to see you.
Good morning.
Just spoke to the to the psychologist Jo Hemmings, and although she offered the caveat that it was strong language, she concurred that yes, gifting tech to kids can be tantamount to child abuse.
Strong language, but a strong message that needs to be out there, hence why I do the podcast Navigating the Digital Jungle. I thought it was noteworthy that it does come, of course, from younger children, which is fantastic, actually, as a former deputy head and all the parenting stuff I do, because young children are not asking for tech. That's before algorithms start whispering in their ears. You know, they're asking for imaginative toys. They want to play with the skateboard, which is just fantastic. So good for their mental health, good for their physicality as well. They're out and about, moving. But yes, it starts to kick in at some point, doesn't it, that they start to ask for those devices. And I think it's important. Most of my stuff is about how to talk to children about saying not yet. Don't say no necessarily, because that means they've just lost all hope. And then they start the whining and FOMO, you know, oh, well, my friend's got one and everyone at school's got one and all of that. So this is such an interesting, wonderful kind of piece of research from younger children. So delay. And my other note that I had ready to talk to you about is AI. And you just talked about the puppy, and you're right in there with the child of 6 and 7. It's so interesting because AI robs them of real interaction. And also it does actually open them up to data privacy stuff. They see inappropriate, or certainly hear inappropriate content at times. So my big thing is, don't give them an AI toy, certainly the younger they are. You think, oh, isn't it great they're learning Mandarin, or they're, you know, talking to this lovely puppy. It's far more sinister than that. And I'm on a bit of a mission to try and let people know that I'm not anti-tech. In fact, I'm pro-tech, but protect. And most parents don't even know what's going on with all these devices. So yeah, delay it, talk about it, communicate with them, and be a parent, not a friend.
There was me trying to get my daughter to say that I was her friend only the other day. And when I did my TV show, I used to rail against parents saying, I want to be the friend. I used to rail against them saying, you're a parent, not a friend. And there was me. Now, all children are different, but there are general age trends. Can you give me some ages? When might you introduce... I mean, I'm still thinking... the robo-puppy thing is very much at the forefront of my mind. It seems so innocent.
Yes.
And yet I take your point that it actually is quite sinister. So when is the age that you, Sue Atkins, would be happy gifting a robo-puppy? When would you be happy gifting a phone or tablet?
Oh, gosh, it's so difficult because I hate being prescriptive and telling people what to do. I want to pause them to ponder, to consider it.
But Australia's banned social media under 16s. They've gone for it.
I love it, I have to say. Even those toys with the big eyes that look so lovely and they draw you in because you're little. But, try and steer them away. And it's just saying here that they want to play with you. I always say, right, Matthew, that children spell love Time. It doesn't matter what you're doing. You can be walking the dog, riding a bike, digging in the garden, I don't know, cooking a dinner, talking, laughing, chatting, playing, singing. All the ing words are so important. And not just for early years, right the way up. Even teenagers, they might go a bit grumpy about walking the dog and all that, but actually you're connecting and communicating with them. So delay as long as possible. There's loads of stuff on my website about how to do that. Don't deny it, because then they just get really upset.
Don't delay. And I love pro-tech. I like that. Before I let you go, Sue, what do you think the most popular toy request is?
Well, I know, because I've read the research, so I'm not going to say anything.
Okay, we'll keep that one in the air. Pleasure talking to you, Sue. Love what you say.